Today I'm attending the Glenn County Board of Elections board meeting.
Redundant. I say this every time we go through an election. Y'all are the hardest working people in Glenn County, and you do a wonderful job, and people have no idea how many hours y'all all put in before and after election day to make it all work right. But I especially wanted to share that y'all may have noticed we had some folks from out of state who were here to watch us. And I heard from them that if every election was run as well as the one that they saw here, no one would ever have any problems. They were very impressed with what they saw, and obviously had nothing to complain about or report on because everything went so well. But I wanted y'all to know that it's not just me, that there are actually people coming from around the country just to watch what a good job y'all do.
Thank you, Katie. Okay, this last Friday we did the recertification, or the certification, and there's a copy for anybody that wasn't here who wants to look it over. That's all.
The whole thing.
It's not, that's all been certified. We're sending the final stuff to the state when they give us the date that everything's to go up to the Highway Patrol office. But it went well. There's an officer report, but I'll go ahead and talk. The audit was this Friday, 9 a.m. is when we're gonna start. And that consists of 3 parts this year. We have the risk limit audit, and we won't know how many of the batches we're auditing until Thursday night. Batch of our FC1 mail, which are only 50. And then we'll probably have one of our election day precincts picked. So we'll probably have at least, so that we can prove that that's what the numbers were for each of those locations, which is what they're wanting to do with that SEB rule on election night, which is not the time to do it.
Right, okay.
And this way we can show that these ballot back has been sealed since then. We're unsealing it, we're doing the count and verifying it that way. So it's just something extra.
Going to be observers there. You need to be prepared for them to be there.
Okay.
That's all.
There's a difference between a public and a monitor. Monitors have to be appointed by the
For the
parties.
parties. That's why.
And then they get special consideration versus anybody else.
This was just, I got some demographics, votes by gender. Women definitely outvoted men in this list. That would be a better breakdown so you can see how people voted in each.
And one thing you might notice that the 5 to 6 o'clock, because we did extend it to 1 extra hour, the amount that didn't vote in that 1 hour. So.
And one thing I would point out is that this is actually an extra hour too. We are not legally required to open till 9. So, you know, the 2 extra hours that we are doing are comparable.
2020,
Mm-hmm.
another
Right.
purple colors like 2022, and then green. When we look at the 5 to 6.
Right.
So in 2020, we had, what is it?
We had 1 day of that time period. And so that's
Okay.
Monday of that last week of early voting in 2020.
So by December 13th is when we'll start submitting all of our requested items to the county for consideration. And one thing like I mentioned last month, the IT request for them to come in and evaluate computers, because it's been a while since any of our computers have been replaced. Christine's gets updated, and as soon as it gets updated, it's already starting to fall behind. But that's the other big thing. The other thing we'll have to approve next month is the mission statement, goals and objectives. And usually the mission statement, we haven't messed with that in the last couple of years, but we do look to upgrade, change the goals, or kind of if they've changed or need to be changed.
Okay, but could we possibly do something, maybe come in a half an hour early and do a little workshop so we can go over these as a group and say, what do we think we want to change, so that we're not sitting at the meeting for, 30, 40 minutes, kind of throwing that stuff over. Is that a problem with anybody?
No, that's not an issue.
All right.
Or something like that, they can send it out to everybody here.
Right.
Right. But my thing is, like,
It'd be great to have a general discussion.
Yes.
I agree.
Right.
Nice and easy.
that's easy. What about an office report?
Okay, you guys have the
You got that?
numbers.
Okay.
You guys have the voter registration numbers for September, October, because remember we didn't have that for you last time. Total voters right now is 70,478, active voters 61,547. In the last month and a half to 2 months, we've processed 6,361 voters. And that's with not being able to process voters over the last 3.5 weeks, due to the election. Additions, 1,580, new voters, 874, transfers in 600, pendings made active, 43, other list maintenance, 63. Subtractions are 734, transfers out, 311, moved out of state, 66, deceased, 168, felons removed, 72, other list maintenance, 117, for a net gain of 846, 23 rejected applications, and then we've processed 8 open records requests in the last month.
Basically, what was the main theme?
It just varies. There's like the one that's we're currently doing right now is wanting emails from a list of working a certain type of request. So you have to go through, and they've already pulled the emails off that have those keywords in it. And now it's just a matter of the person that's making the request to get back to me to say, this is what they're wanting specifically, so I can go through and pull that out.
I want to thank all of y'all for filling in for me and what little I can do. And I want to thank Chris and Christina and everybody in there and staff. Y'all did a great job. I know it's a lot of work. You did a good job. Thank you.
And his staff and everybody's staff for the equipment delivery on the day before election. It was seamless and perfect.
I'm proud of the process and how everyone pulled together, things were in order. And great to see Tommy here today.
And Matt can recognize this, and that's this. This Board of Elections here brought the issue of the 251 machines, to the forefront. And our legislative body, the senator and the 3 representatives, somehow, some way got it through the legislature this year, and it saved the state on everybody's Board of Elections an awful lot of work and money. And I think that, our, legislative delegation, which we've met with, and the work that Chris done, we need to thank them.